like waterfalls? Well, we sure do.
Today we're at Great Falls Park in McLean, Virginia. I think that's where we are. We're never quite sure. It is on the Potomac, just across the water from Maryland.
And we're just a few miles outside of the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. We are so excited to explore these waterfalls today. Now, one thing to note, that we are standing at the Visitor Center. Now, the Visitor Center in July of 2022 is actually closed for renovations right now, but they tell us it'll be open before the end of the year.
Great Falls Park is part of the National Park Services, and it does have a fee to get in. If you are coming by car, it's $20. I think walking in is $10, but you can use your America the Beautiful pass.
When you come to Great Falls Park, there is a beautiful picnic area here, so you might want to bring a lunch and bring drinks, because remember, the Visitor Center is closed. But even with the Visitor Center closed, they do have the restrooms open.
We're at the first overlook, and it is just beautiful. Look at that view. Now, the first overlook is not wheelchair or stroller accessible. As a matter of fact, on the site it says just some easy climbing over the rocks. It's not tough climbing, but definitely bring your sneakers. It does take some maneuvering, so I will say that.
It really does take some maneuvering.
Easy.
You know, one thing I noticed as you look out at the river here, there was a sign coming in that says, please stay inside of the rock fences, and that over 7 people a year actually perish here from drowning and falling into the water. So I hate to say it, but you know, here we are. We've been here for 5 minutes, and I already see people over the outside, kind of exploring down the outside. So you probably don't want to do those kind of things.
Absolutely not. You do when you come to a park like this. You want to follow the rules, but you can see the view. It is magnificent, and we'll show you later how we'll take a trail down to the water.
You know, as we stand here on this vista point overlooking this first set of falls, we can see people on the other side. They're actually at the Maryland Park, the Maryland Park, which is on the other side of the river. But another thing to note, it's very similar to Lake Mead. You can see the high water mark as we look out over the river. Very interesting that the water's been up that high at some point. Well, we made it to Overlook 2.
Overlook 2 is way easier to get to. It is wheelchair and stroller accessible, and it's just 100 yards from the path we were on, something like that.
It's really not a long walk, even all the way from the parking lot.
Right.
It's not a long walk or stroll.
Right.
Easily wheelchair, easily stroller accessible. I think they did a really good job here.
They did, because it makes it so you can come up and see the waterfall. Now, we're here today. We've been spending a lot of time with family. We're used to doing a lot of traveling and getting out there and exploring a lot. Coming to a place like this is just a great place to come, just to relax and unwind. You know how it gets when you're with family, and as much as I love family, we do sometimes need to just get away. So this was a quick, easy getaway. We are staying in Virginia, and this was a 45-minute ride from where we are staying, and just to be able to spend some time out here in nature.
I'll tell you what, there's something about sitting here and looking at these, waterfalls, or the waterfall cascades over the rocks everywhere. It's just so relaxing. It's like,
The sound, yes.
Yeah.
And the sound of it. So we'll have the sound in the background. We can capture the sound and put it in the background. But yes, and this is, why we have the YouTube channel we have is because we want to inspire people to get out. And while we do a lot of really big things, you could see the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta in the video somewhere up there. Doing things like this is really just as important, as, as awe-inspiring.
We've been here in Virginia for a little less than a week now, but we did go to the Luray Caverns. And I mean, they are just beautiful. We'll put it in the up next video. No, not up there. We're gonna in the up next. At the end of this video, it'll be the next video to play. And I gotta tell you, just some awe-inspiring moments there. So many things to do and see in the Virginia, Maryland, Washington, D.C. area.
Right.
You know, when we looked at the parks and things to do, it's just overwhelming. You could spend a month down here and never go to the same place twice.
Yes, it really is. There's a lot to do. So if you have a day like today where you're just relaxing day, have something to eat and watch these waterfalls and listen to that sound, or you could do something like the Luray Caverns, which we cannot recommend enough people actually making a trip and getting there.
I tell you, it's a bucket list item for sure.
This place where we're standing was totally underwater. So the water that we're showing you now is 70 feet below where we are, and the river is about 30 feet, we were told by the park ranger. 30 feet deep, yes.
But you could see these marks in 1972. It was up above my head from where I'm standing right now, and we're gonna take a look at a shot down at the river. It's just incredible that, you know, you have 96, 85, and
so
what are those way up there on the top? 36 and 42, incredible.
Right. So, I mean, to think that this was all underwater as early as about 20 years ago, that's pretty incredible.
Right next to Outlook 3, the Park Service has done something that I just think is absolutely incredible. They have built this van, and this van is serving as a temporary visitor center. There's a ranger here to answer questions, and you can even get your passport book stamped if you want to. So this is just an absolutely incredible day trip.
Also at the temporary visitor center, which is this truck, you can get your Junior Ranger badge. I know Dan's going to be really excited about this. And I love the booklets that you get for families that travel. They know a lot about these, but these have activities, things to look for, a lot of great information in here that you could pick up for free here at this temporary visitor center. Great Lakes Park has been an incredible day.
You know, we really had a good time. It's just a kind of really close to the parking lot. You know, I just looked at our phone, and all 3 outlooks we covered today and still walked less than a mile.
Right, so if you want a nice, easy, leisurely walk, picnic area is beautiful, or you could take the 10-mile hike.
You could take the 10-mile hike, which is the path right that we're standing on right now. The Potomac River is behind us. We are just above the waterfalls here, which is by where the upper parking lot is. Just serene, just beautiful. It is a wonderful day trip, and it's, you know, wheelchair and stroller accessible. And I'm gonna be honest, the shots from any one of the outlooks, they're all about the same. They you know, it's just a little bit different angle. They all look good.
So the Outlook 1, you're not really missing anything. There is more climbing on the rocks. There are bathrooms. There is a ranger station set up as we showed you in the video. Even though the visitor center is closed, certainly bring lots of liquids if you're coming in the summer, it's hot, and a picnic lunch.
Now, don't forget, if you like this video or any other one of our videos, like, share, subscribe, because it really does help the channel. And while I'm talking about it, you know, the up next video is a video we recorded just a few days ago at Luray Cavern. You gotta check it out. It's one of my bucket list items.
Yes, it is incredible.
From Great Falls Park? Yes, I said that right. From Great Falls Park in Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C., with my incredible wife, Patti Hunt. I'm Dan Hunt saying, have a great rest of today.
And an even better day tomorrow.